Welcome back. You're watching Global Lens on News9 Live with me, Neha Khanna. Let's now get you an update from Libya. The catastrophic floods in eastern Libya have left over 5,000 people dead and more than 10,000 missing in the city of Derna. The catastrophic floods unfolded after Mediterranean storm Daniel unleashed torrential rains and caused dam breaches, wiping out a quarter of the city. The floods struck Derna after Storm Daniel ravaged the Mediterranean region over the weekend, causing widespread destruction. Thousands have also been injured by the force of the flood waters. The Minister for Civil Aviation and a member of the Emergency Committee described the situation as disastrous. He said, "I'm not exaggerating when I say that 25% of the city has disappeared. Scores of buildings have collapsed." The aftermath of the flood has left a trail of destruction in Derna with overturned vehicles, fallen trees and submerged homes. Disturbing images and videos shared by residents in the affected areas depict a wide torrent coursing through Derna's city centre following the dam breaches. This is a story we'll continue to track closely here on Global Lens. There are, of course, fears that the death toll from the floods in Libya could rise further. Let's now turn our attention to Hawaii. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano, renowned as one of the world's most active volcanoes, has once again unleashed its fiery spectacle. On Sunday, it roared to life, sending fountains of lava soaring over 80 feet into the Hawaiian sky. This marks the third eruption this year, following earlier outbursts in January and June. The fiery drama unfolded around 3:15 p.m. local time. The U.S. Geological Survey's Hawaiian Volcano Observatory said the eruption was preceded by a period of strong seismicity and rapid uplift of the summit. The observatory raised the volcano's alert status from watch to warning, and the aviation alert was increased to red. Kilauea is in the Hawaiian Volcanoes National Park on Big Island, which is away from populated centers. But Hawaii Emergency Management Agency has warned that volcanic gases could be detrimental for people exposed to them. Kilauea volcano, though smaller than its neighbor, Mauna Loa, still stands out for its remarkable and frequent volcanic displays. Its captivating eruptions often draw tourists who take helicopter rides to witness its inspiring red-hot shows. This volcano is just one of 6 active volcanoes dotting the Hawaiian Islands, and it erupted almost continuously between 1983 and 2019, each possessing its own distinctive geological story. All right, now this is an unusual story, and it has an Ayodhya connect and a South Korea connect. You wonder what we're talking about? Well, here's the story for you. The South Korean ambassador to India, Chang Jae-bok, has underscored the deep-rooted ties between Ayodhya in India and South Korea, emphasizing the historical significance of the Ram Janmabhoomi project. He has expressed South Korea's interest in attending the upcoming Ram Temple inauguration. The ambassador said Ayodhya is very important for both of us, India and South Korea, historically. The central government or the Uttar Pradesh government should elaborate on the program for the inauguration of the Ram Temple. We will work on it if the government of India issues an invitation to us. Now, it is said Ayodhya has important ties with Korea. In Korea's ancient history books, it says that a princess from Ayodhya married a Korean king, Kim Soru. In archaeological findings from the king's tomb, artifacts belonging to Ayodhya have been found. It is said the king and the queen together founded the Karak dynasty, and every year several South Koreans actually throng to Ayodhya, tracing their lineage to the Indian princess. It's also believed that the Karak dynasty's descendants are more than 6 million Koreans, including former South Korean President Kim Dae-jung and former Prime Minister Kim Jong-pil.
Korea is very important for both of us. Historically, so the legendary story of the Indian princess married to Korean king 2,000 years ago started from Ayodhya, because in the history book, in one history book, it was mentioned that one princess from Ayutthaya. I don't know Ayutthaya is Ayodhya or not, but in Korean name it is Ayutthaya. but many people guessed that the Ayutthaya was Ayodhya, or Ayodhya might be Ayutthaya. And anyway, you will have a very important inauguration of Ram Temple in Ayodhya, and for now, actually, to have a high-level representation from foreign countries, the central government or the UP government should elaborate a program already. So that's the way you can guarantee the high-level representation in an important inauguration. But still, we don't know yet. So we didn't get any letter or information or program. So approaching the Ram Temple inauguration just 1 month ago, it will be very difficult because it's the very actually New Year period. So especially end of year or the first part of New Year, government, high-level government officials, including ministers, they will have some difficulty to travel to foreign countries. That's my feeling. But however, we will work on that if the government of India issues the invitation to the Rama Temple inauguration.
The South Korean ambassador there saying South Koreans have a lot of interest in Ayodhya and the Ram Janmabhoomi project, and many of them would actually like to attend the inauguration of the Ram Temple that is expected to take place in January next year. All right, as we wrap up Global Lens tonight, we have another unusual and rather interesting story for you. Here is an unusual story, but one that has got a lot of people talking, especially on the social media. It is something that left the people of Portugal both surprised and amused. The streets of Oliveira in central Portugal were submerged in a river of good quality red wine over the weekend. Approximately 2.2 million litres of wine flooded the town after two massive vats at a local distillery unexpectedly burst. On a peaceful weekend in Oliveira, residents were taken aback as images and videos surfaced online showcasing a torrent of red wine surging through the town's streets. The volume of spilled wine was so vast that it was nearly enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool, leaving many in awe and disbelief. Clearly, Oliveira temporarily resembled what a wine lover's dream may look like, but many have also expressed their sadness over the fact that so much good wine has simply gone down the drain. Well, as a wine lover, I would express my disappointment too, but what amazing visuals those. Well, that's all the time we have on this edition of Global Lens. If you have been watching, thank you so much for your time. Do join us again tomorrow.
ChatGPT. It can generate codes and human-like responses